Good evening, everybody. This is Robert here at RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition tonight of Payoff Pitch Baseball 1985. It really seems like that I play a game in the morning and then immediately it's like the night game comes up very, very quickly. Today is June 1st, 1985. We now go into the third month of this replay. Tonight, we're at Fenway Park as the Texas Rangers take on the Boston Red Sox. The Rangers come into this game at 21-25. The Red Sox are at 22-24, 2 games under 500, still chasing the division leaders. Remember, the top 3 teams in each division make the playoffs, so nobody's out of it. Even if they're all the way back, they can always make a good run and can maybe get into the top 3 of the division. I'll go ahead and show you real quick here that the Boston Red Sox have 22 wins. So right now they are 4 wins behind the Yankees and Toronto, but they are 4 wins, and 3 wins behind the Detroit Tigers, who right now would fit into that number 3 spot. The Texas Rangers at 21-25, they're in the middle of the pack in the American League West. Tonight's matchup, we got Frank Tanana going up against Bruce Keeson. So this is the matchup we have tonight. The last 3 games I've done here at RJL 518 have been nuts. The last 3 games have been extra inning games, 2 an inside pitch, 1 last night, payoff pitch from the Angels and the Yankees. If you have not caught any of those games, please do on my channel. They were nuts. So what do we expect tonight? Let's find out. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox will be Bruce Keeson. He was 5-3 with a 4.11 ERA. He is the man for the Red Sox tonight, as I know I'm expecting some Red Sox fans to show up, and hopefully they do to catch this game here at Fenway Park. Let's get things going. Top of the first inning. Leading off for the Rangers will be second baseman Toby Harrah. Keeson is a right-hander. Harrah batted .248 against rights in 1985. Let's get the first pitch underway. Here we go. Keeson's first pitch is a tough 85, and that will be a ground out to short, easily taken care of there by Hoffman, and that's out number 1. Center fielder Oddibe McDowell, another great baseball name, Oddibe. He batted .237 with 15 homers against rights. Keeson's pitch. That's an in-play 68, and it's a ground ball to short again. Hoffman will throw to first, out number 2. Third baseman Buddy Bell comes up, and he was with Texas during this game. He actually was no longer with the Rangers after July 18th, moved over to the Reds. Bell batted .219 against rights in 85. Keeson with the pitch. That's a tough 55. We got a ground ball to third base. That'll be taken care of by Boggs. And that's a 1-2-3 inning by Keeson. The Red Sox originally won this game 6-0 on this date. And that is how they start off. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers is Frank Tanana. He was 2-7 with a 5.91 ERA. He would no longer be with the Rangers after June 18th, as he would be moved. But he is with the Rangers at this time. Bottom of the first, and leading off, of course, will be third baseman Wade Boggs. Batted .347 against left-handed pitching. Tanana is, of course, a lefty. Tanana's pitch. That is an in-play 74. It's a ground ball to short. That's taken care of by Tollison. Throw goes to first for out number 1. Here's right fielder Dwight Evans. Batted .271 with 12 homers against lefts. Tanana with the pitch. That's a patient 12, and that will be a base on balls. Evans will go to first. 2B steal rating, 7 on the dice, nothing going on, no strat. Here's the first baseman, Bill Buckner. Batted .291 with 4 homers against lefts in 85. from Tanana. And that is an in-play 40. That will be a single for Bill Buckner. Sharp liner into center field. Evans will have to hold at second. Buckner gets that base hit. And the Red Sox are in business. And here's the left fielder, Jim Rice. Batted .258 with 7 homers against lefts. 1 out. Runners at first and second here at Fenway Park. Tanana with the pitch. That's a tough 50, and it will be a line drive hit right to short, put away by Tollison. That's out number 2. Rice hits it right to Tollison, who puts it away. Evans and Buckner, of course, stay at their bases. There's 2 outs now. Center fielder Tony Armas will come up. He batted .336 against lefties. 2 outs. Can Tanana get out of this jam here early in the first inning? Pitch from Tanana. That's a tough 35. Nope, he cannot. Tony Armas is going to smack a double off of him off a good pitch by Tanana. And a tough 35 is a double for Armas. Evans will come in to score. Bill Buckner's run rating of 6 with 2 outs. He will come in to score as well. As he scores all the way from first, Tony Armas on at second, and the Red Sox jump out to a 2-0 lead. Fans here at Fenway Park, cheers. Yay! Here's the designated hitter, Mike Easler. He batted .277 with 2 homers against lefts in 85. Armas on second, a 2 RBI double puts the Red Sox ahead early. And the pitch from Tanana, that's a patient 07. That will be a walk. So Easler will go to first. Second walk issued by Tanana. He averaged 2.7 per 9. Which kind of makes it interesting that Patient is at the 7th spot. Here's Marty Barrett at second base. Runners at first and second. If Tanana only issued 2.7 walks per 9, why is Patient at 7? I don't know. Armas at second. Easler on at first. Tanana ready to deal. And we got a tough 84. That's a ground ball to short. That's picked up by Tollison. And the throw will go to second to get Easler. That will end the inning. But the Red Sox pick up 2 quick runs on 2 hits and a couple of walks. At the end of 1, the Red Sox are leading 2-0. Top of the second, Bruce Keeson already has a 2-run lead. Let's see if he can hold it. Larry Parrish leads off for the Rangers. He's in right field for this game. Pitch from Keeson. And it's a tough 21. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Parrish batted .250 with 9 homers against rights, but he gets struck out there. First strikeout for Keeson. Here's the left fielder, Gary Ward, batted .281 with 8 homers against rights. Pitch from Keeson. That's a patient 32, and that will be a single for Gary Ward. Base hit. He'll trot down to first. 4B steal rating, 4 on the dice. Possible steal here. The next batter for the Rangers is Cliff Johnson. He batted .235 against rights. 4B steal rating, I'm going to send Ward. So let's see if he gets the jump. Bruce Keeson's hold rating is a 5. Is a 5, and I will roll is a 5, and I'll draw a card on the 2d6. If it's a 5 or lower, Ward gets to steal. It's a 9, he doesn't, but Keeson does get to throw to first to try to pick him off. And it's an 82, and runner will be safe. Gary Ward tries to steal, doesn't get the jump. Keeson throws to first to get Ward, but not in time. Ward's back safely, and now we will hit. That's how I do pickoffs. If the base runner does not get a jump on a steal attempt, the pitcher gets to try to pick him off. Keeson will pitch to Johnson. And it is a tough 65. Fly ball right field. That'll get taken care of by Evans. And that's out number 2. Next up, first baseman Pete O'Brien. Batted .285 with 20 homers against rights. So he's very capable of hitting the home run. Steeler fan 1933 joins me here at Fenway Park. I'm still waiting for my Red Sox fans. I'm waiting for our Red Sox fan, if he can make it, and Salvador America. They knew I was playing tonight. I told them during the inside pitch game this morning, which was another crazy matchup. 2 men out. Here's the pitch from Keeson. And that is a ballpark 56, and that will be in play. In play 03 is a double for Pete O'Brien. Gary Ward with a run rating of 7 will score easily from first. O'Brien goes to second, and it's 2-1. As the Rangers cut the lead in half. Next up, the catcher, Don Slaught. He batted .277 against rights in 85. 2 outs, O'Brien on at second, an RBI double. And here's the pitch from Keeson. And that is an in-play 66. And it's a fly ball to right field. That'll get put away by Dwight Evans, and the inning will end there. Rangers get 1 run on a couple of hits. We go to the bottom half of the second, 2-1 Red Sox. Leading off for Boston, the catcher, Rich Gedman. He batted .244 against lefties in 85. Here's the pitch from Tanana. That's a tough 81, and we will see a fly ball to center field, put away by McDowell. That's out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Glenn Hoffman. He was playing short in this game. He batted .304 against left-handed pitching, so I can see why he was the shortstop in this game instead of Jackie Gutierrez. Although Gutierrez was the better fielder, though. Tanana will pitch. And that's a patient 29. That will be a walk. He walks Hoffman, and he trots down to first. And now the batter is Boggs. Third walk issued by Tanana. Hoffman not stealing. Boggs will hit. Pitch from Tanana. That's another patient 97, though. And that's going to be a fly ball right field. Parrish will make that catch, out number 2. And here's Dwight Evans. Hoffman still on at first. Tanana with the pitch. And that's a tough 0-3. And that will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that ends the inning. So no runs for the Red Sox. They get a walk, strand a base runner. At the end of 2, the BOS Sox lead 2-1. In this mid-season contest here in June, as we now start the month of June here in my 85 replay. Top of the third coming up. Shortstop Wayne Tollison comes up for the Rangers. Batted .335 against rights in 85. Pitch from Keeson. And it is a tough 0-3. That is a definite strikeout. And down goes Tollison. That is strikeout number 2 for Keeson. He averaged 5.5 per 9. One out. The next batter is Toby Harrah. Keeson with the pitch. Wheelhouse 61. That's a base hit for Harrah. Bruce Keeson put it right over the plate. Harrah did what he could with it. It still smacks it in there. That is hits into left field. That's a base hit for Harrah. He will hold at first as he gets his first hit of the game. Oddibe McDowell coming up. Toby Harrah has a 3C steal rating, 2 on the dice. He had 11 stolen bases in 85. Let me see here. 3C steal rating. Gedman, that's a 2. That would be a fair chance for Harrah to steal. I really don't think he'd get the jump, but I'm not going to send Harrah, and I'll let McDowell bat. So no steal attempt. McDowell will bat. And I'm not going to do a hit and run either. Keeson's pitch. That is a tough 36. And it will be a base hit for Oddibe McDowell. That's a single. Ball blooped into right field. Harrah will have to hold it second. Rangers are in business with Buddy Bell coming to the plate. And only one out here in the top of the third. They're going to talk to Keeson on the mound for a moment. Now settle him down. Red Sox come into this game 22-24. The Rangers 21-25. So the Red Sox, they were a B-grade team in the quick results. They're underachieving a little bit. Here's the pitch from Keeson. And that's a patient 38. That's a walk. And the bases are now loaded. As Bob B joins us here now at Fenway Park. Good to see Bob B. Haven't seen him in a few days. Bases are loaded for Larry Parrish. The Red Sox are going to play the infield back, try to turn 2. Keeson getting ready to deal. Fans here at Fenway. Salvador America now joins us here at Fenway Park. Your Red Sox are leading 2-1, but the Rangers are threatening. Pitch from Keeson. In play, 70. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Double play rating of 9 for Parrish. Keeson's a 7. That's a 6. They'll do it. Second base to shortstop. Back to first. Double play. Red Sox get out of it. No runs for the Rangers on 2 hits. And it remains 2-1 Red Sox. Timeout. As soon as Salvador America shows up, good things happen to the Red Sox. Bottom of the third. Here is Buckner. Buckner is 1 for 1. Pitch from Tanana. That is a defense check, 59. Error check to short. The ball is hit to Tollison. His error rating is a 3, 1-52 on the ballpark card. 59, Tollison will make the play. He throws to first for out number 1. Next up is Jimmy Rice. Yes, Bob B saw the Brewers upset the Orioles today, and a heck of a game that was, too. Good inside pitch game. Tanana will pitch to Rice. And that is a tough 55. And that will be a ground ball to third base, taken care of by Bell. He throws to first, out number 2. Tony Armas comes up to bat. Good to hear that, Salvador. Good to hear about your wife. I'm glad she's doing well. Good to hear. Tony Armas had a 2 RBI double his last time up. The reason why the Red Sox are leading 2-1. Here's the pitch from Tanana. And it's an in-play 13. That will be a base hit for Armas. He smacks that one into left field, and Armas has his second hit of the game. And now a chance for Easler with 2 outs. Armas not running. Tanana checks and deals. And it's a ballpark 48. That is going to be an in-play for Easler. In-play 45, just missed it. He pops it out behind the plate. And that's going to be Slot who will make the catch. And that will end it. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And they still lead 2-1 at the end of 3. Pete Stevens joins us here at Fenway Park now. Salvador America, you're my main Red Sox fan here, so if I need you to make a decision for me, you better be ready to type it in and go. Like to remind you, we have another Red Sox game coming up, but that is an inside pitch, Salvador America. Tomorrow, it's Game 6 of the 1985 one and gone. The Minnesota Twins take on the Boston Red Sox in the one and gone. So be ready. So if you can make that game, Salvador, it'd be great if you could do it. It'll be Frank Viola going up against Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens at the lowest ERA, even though Oil Can Boyd had the most. Even though Oil Can Boyd had the most starts, but I chose Roger Clemens due to he really was the best pitcher on that staff. So it'll be Frank Viola versus Roger Clemens. Don't want to miss that for inside pitch, one and gone, 1985. That's Game 6. And tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch, what do we got? We got the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the San Diego Padres tomorrow night in Payoff Pitch. So that's our schedule for tomorrow. Inside pitch, 85, one and gone. Minnesota at Boston. Payoff pitch, 1985. Philadelphia at San Diego. And of course, if you can't make it, Salvador, you can always watch the replay. Top of the 4th inning, Bruce Keeson will pitch, and leading off for the Rangers is Gary Ward. He singled his last time up. Boy, Clown should have got the start. He'll probably be starting the second game if Boston gets through the first one. That is a ballpark from Keeson. A ballpark 83 will be a in play. In play 88 for Ward is a ground ball to short. And he's thrown out by Hoffman. That's out number 1. Next up is Cliff Johnson. Said I wasn't having a good day. A little better. Thanks for asking there, Pete. I got some issues going on right now. Can't really talk about them, but I do thank you. Just nothing physical, financial. Because a few things that I thought was going to happen is not going to happen, and that kind of messed me up. Cliff Johnson will bat. 1 out. Keeson will pitch. That's a patient 23. That's a walk. And Johnson trots down to first. Runner on first base, here's Pete O'Brien. O'Brien doubled his last time up and scored and got an RBI double. Johnson not running. So with 1 out, Keeson ready to pitch. Keeson's fatigue inning is 6. Pitch from Keeson. That's it in play, 84. It's a ground ball to second base. O'Brien's double play rating's an 8. Keeson's a 7. That's a 6. You got it. It's the twin killing. Second base to shortstop. Back to first for 2. Another double play. Side retired. Nothing for the Rangers except a walk. Still 2-1 BOS Sox. Frank Tanana will pitch to Marty Barrett here in the bottom of the fourth. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox are the better team here, but the Rangers are overachieving a little bit. For a team that's graded an F in quick results, the Rangers, they're 21 and 25. They're only 4 games under 500. Sometimes that's how the cards go. Pitch from Tanana. That's a tough 29. It will be a pop out to second base, out number 1. Barrett pops it up in the infield. Here's the catcher, Rich Gedman. Anybody know I can move my chat box from below the action to along the right side of the action? That probably means you probably moved your screen to theater mode. Move it back to default mode. Move it to default mode on the YouTube screen. Probably the smaller screen. Default will move it back there for you. Here's the pitch to Gedman. And that is a tough 26. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Tanana. He averaged 6.1 per 9 in 85. Here's Glenn Hoffman. Hoffman walked his last time up. Pitch from Tanana. Ballpark 77, that's in play. In play 29, single for Glenn Hoffman. He gets a base hit. He'll trot down to first. Second time Hoffman's been on base. 2D steal rating, not running, and the batter is Boggs. Hoffman on it first. Boggs the batter now. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Tanana. And that is an in-play 62. And it's a line drive it right to short and put away by Tollison. And the inning is over. Boggs is now 0 for 3. 1 hit for the Red Sox, but that's all they can get. 2-1 at the end of 4. This is already wacky. Yesterday's game between the Angels and the Yankees, at the end of 4 innings, the score of that game was 7-6. Was 7-6 at the end of 4. It's only 2-1 now at the end of this 4. What a difference 2 teams in a game makes. Top of the 5th inning, Don Slaught will bat against Keeson. Pitch from Bruce. That's a patient 99, and that will be a fly ball to left field. Easily put away by Jimmy Rice, out number 1. Here's Wayne Tollison. Tollison struck out last time up. Keeson with the pitch. Defense 63. Error check to center field. That's Armis. His error rating is a 3. 1-52 on the card. 63. Armis will not make the error. He will make the catch. Out number 2. And a fly ball. That's a fly out to center. And now Toby Harrah comes up. Harrah 1 for 2. Flushing toilet, New York. Flushing is the Mets. It's the Bronx in the Yankees. If you say Flushing, that's the Mets. You said the wrong team there. Unless, of course, you are talking about the Mets. Then I understand that. Toby Harrah will bat. Here's the pitch from Keeson. That's a tough 74. Ground ball to second base. Up with it, of course, is Barrett. And that's the side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Keeson. We go to the bottom of the fifth, halfway through this game, 2-1, BOS Sox. You are talking about, oh yeah, that's right, Cardinals don't hate the Mets. That's the problem. Cardinals fans aren't supposed to hate the Mets. You're supposed to hate the Cubs. You don't hate the Mets. You don't hate the Mets. You're supposed to hate the Cubs. Cardinals fans hate the Cubs. One of the best rivalries in baseball. If the Yankees Red Sox fan is the best rivalry in baseball, Cardinals Cubs is the second best. Bottom of the fifth inning, Frank Tanana will pitch to Dwight Evans. Evans is 0 for 1. Yes, we do from the 80s. Really hate the Cubs. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Pitch from Tanana. That's a ballpark 40. And Evans hitting from the right side. That's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 72 is a single. Dwight Evans gets on base. Evans deposits that ball into left field. Taken care of there by Ward, who throws it in. And the Red Sox have a man on first. 2B steal rating, though. No steal coming up. Here is Bill Buckner. Buckner 1 for 2. Tanana's pitch. That's a tough 39. And what we got here, that is a pop out to second base. Buckner pops that one up, shoots it up the chimney, out number 1. Jim Rice will now come up. Rice is 0 for 2. Hate Don Deckinger more than the Cubs. 1 out. Evans on it first. Pitch from Tanana. And that's a tough 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tanana gets Rice. And that is strikeout number 3 for Tanana. And now here's Tony Armas. Armas has been the hot bat tonight. He's 2 for 2. A single and a double. Tanana checking in. Evans on it first. Fans here at Fenway want to see something big. That's an in play, 0-2, and that's exactly what they're going to get. Tony Armas is going to smack a double. In play 0-2, double for Armas. Evans with a run rating of 6. He will score all the way from first. Armas goes to second. His second double of the game. Red Sox lead 3-1. Fenway Park cheers. Yay! Armas on at second base, another RBI double. The second one of the game, he's 3 for 3, and now Mike Easler comes up with 2 outs. Which means Tanana, this will probably be Tanana's last inning since he will be fatigued in the 6th. Armas on at second. Here's the pitch to Easler. And that's a patient 64. That's a base hit for Mike Easler. Single. Armas with a run rating of 5. It's not automatic. I got to draw. It's a soft blooper into short left field. The runner on second will only advance 1 base, so Armas has to hold at third. But a base hit for Easler. That's his first hit of the game. The inning will continue. And a chance now for Marty Barrett. Barrett 0 for 2. Three to 1 Red Sox. Tanana in a bit of a jam. This will be his last inning now. 2 outs. Pitch from Tanana. It's an in play. 38. Base hit. Marty Barrett. It's a single. Armas will come in to score. Easler with a run rating of 5. I got to draw. It's a sharp liner that drops in front of the left field. Easler will have to hold at second. He only advances 1 base. But Barrett on it first. It's now 4-1 Red Sox. Three straight base hits, 3 straight 2-out base hits off of Frank Tanana. And here's Rich Gedman. They're going to stick with Tanana, see if he can get out of the jam. But if he gives up another run, that'll be it. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Gedman is 0 for 2. Pitch from Tanana. That's a tough 12. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning will end there. But that's the 4th strikeout for Tanana. But a good inning for the Red Sox. 2 runs on 4 hits. And the Red Sox lead 4-1 at the end of 5. Timeout. Top of the 6th inning. Bruce Keeson is not tired. He's not fatigued, but this is his fatigue inning. Oddibe McDowell leads off for the Rangers here in the top of the 6th. Bruce Keeson, as Tim Pepper comes now here and says, go BOS Sox at Fenway Park. I'm going to let Keeson pitch another inning. He's so far done pretty good. But if he gets into trouble, I'll go to the pen. Top of the 6th inning, 4-1 Red Sox. Keeson pitches to McDowell. That's a patient 19, and that is a walk. And he walks McDowell, the leadoff batter. Trots down to first. McDowell, a 5B steal rating. You're down by 3 runs. You're not stealing. So here's Buddy Bell. You're down by 3, so you're not stealing. So Buddy Bell will come up to bat now with a runner on first. Keeson ready to check and deal. Here it comes. That's a tough 43, and it is a popped up in the infield. Third baseman Boggs calling for it, and he makes the catch. It's out number 1. Bell pops out. Here's Larry Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Grounded out into a double play his last time up. Pitch from Bruce. That's a ballpark 09. That is in Parrish's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 57 is a single. Base hit for Parrish. It's a line drive into center field. McDowell will hold at second. As runner will only advance 1 base. Single for Parrish. And the batter is Gary Ward. Ward will hit. Anybody gets the second time to pull Keeson. Are you sure? You want me to pull Keeson? Yes or no? Because McDowell just got to second. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. You want me to pull Keeson? Yes or no, Salvador? You want me to pull him and bring in and go relief? You got 2 right-handers, at least 2 rights and a left coming up. Keeson's already a right-hander. He's not tired yet. I'm thinking to let him pitch, but that's up. What do you think, Salvador? I'm asking you, pull or let him pitch to Gary Ward? Let him pitch? Okay. So Bruce Keeson will pitch to Ward. There's 1 out. Runners at first and second. Keeson in a bit of a jam, trying to get out of it. Gary Ward sets up. Here's the pitch. And that's a tough 50. It will be a line drive hit right to second base, 2 outs. Lines out to second, 2 away. He gets Ward. And now the batter is Cliff Johnson. Now 2 outs now. And Johnson will hit. I'm in the 6th inning. I do not pull position. I don't pinch hit for position players yet. So Johnson will bat against Keeson. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that is a tough 89. He'll get out of it. Ground ball to short. Picked up there by Hoffman. And the throw will go to second to get Parrish. And the inning is over. No runs for the Rangers on 1 hit. Keeson gets out of it. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-1 Boston. Bottom of the 6th inning, Frank Tanana is done. Let's see, we got a right, we got 2 rights and a left coming up for Boston, so they'll probably bring in a right-hander. And coming on to pitch for the Rangers will be Dave Schmidt, 7-6, 3.15 ERA. He will pitch to Glenn Hoffman in the bottom of the 6th inning because Tanana is now fatigued. So Hoffman will bat against Dave Schmidt. Here's the pitch. And that is a tough 64. It's a fly ball to right field. Caught by Parrish. That's out number 1. Next up is Boggs. Boggs bats .377 with 6 homers against rights. He's 0 for 3 tonight, though. Oh, excellent choices there for payoff pitch there, Tim Pepper. Excellent choices. 1941. I think you mean 40. I think you mean 1940. He doesn't have the 41 season. He's got 40. I have them all. Here's the pitch to Boggs. And that is an in-play 71. It will be a fly ball to left field. Ward will catch that one, 2 outs. Wade Boggs, 0 for 4 today. And now Dewey Evans. Evans is 1 for 2. The pitch from Schmidt. And that's an in-play 31. That will be a single for Dwight Evans. Base hit. Evans gets his 2nd hit of the game. He'll trot down to first and bring up Buckner. Runner on first for the Red Sox. Evans. Schmidt pitches to Buckner. And that's a tough 59. It will be a ground ball to first base. And that's taken care of by Bell. He'll tag the bag himself and end the inning. No runs for the Red Sox. They do get a hit at the end of 6. It's still 4-1 BOS Sox. And inside pitch collector. Not just payoff pitch, and inside pitch collector. Top of the 7th inning. Let's see what we got here. We got a left, a right, and a switch. Is it time to bring out to take out Keeson? I think so. Let's see. Yeah. Bruce Keeson coming out of the game. He's done his job. They're now going to turn it over to the pen. And they're going to go. You're leading the game. They're going to go with Steve Crawford. 6-5, 3.76 ERA. Steve Crawford will now pitch for Boston against Pete O'Brien. Four to one, top of the seventh. Crawford's pitch to O'Brien. That's a tough 19, and that will be a base hit by Pete O'Brien. He gets the single. A good pitch by Crawford, but O'Brien fights it off. That's a single. That's O'Brien's second hit of the game. The batter now is Don Slott. He will hit. O'Brien, 3F steal rating, not stealing. Crawford will pitch to Slott. And that's an in-play, 95. Fly ball, left field. That'll get taken care of. That'll get taken care of by Rice, out number one. O'Brien holds it first. And here's Wayne Tollison. Wayne Tollison bats .335 against righties. But Crawford has a lot of toughs on the card. One out. O'Brien at first. Pitch from Crawford. And that's another in play, 22. That's a single. Base hit Tollison. Opposite field liner. Runner on first advances 2 bases. He will hold at third. Tollison goes to first. Opposite field liner, so Tollison hit that one to left. And now runners at the corners. The Rangers are in business. The batter is Toby Hara. Crawford will pitch to him. Hara bats .248s, again, right-handers. Still one out. Infield is going to be hard to get a double play. Infield's going to be in. Red Sox call the infield in. Here's the pitch from Crawford. And that is a 10. That's a tough 37. And it will be a popped up. He pops it up to second base. Out number 2. Got way under it. Shot it up the chimney. 2 down. And now Oddibe McDowell. Crawford will pitch to McDowell. Runners at first and third, but now 2 outs. McDowell is 1 for 2. Pitching staff visits the mound, talks to Crawford. Now they get back. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch to McDowell. And that is a tough 77. Fly ball center field. Getting under that is Armas. He puts it out and makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs for the Rangers on 2 hits. Red Sox doing the job at the 7th inning stretch. 4-1 Boston. Seventh inning stretch. I'll be right back. Since we happen to be at Fenway Park, sing your sweet Caroline. Sweet, sweet Carol. Yeah, I can't. My voice is so bad I can't sing anymore. Oh, that was bad. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Jeez. I can sing, but right now my voice just won't allow me to do it. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Remember, they got inside pitch tomorrow, 1985, one and gone. The Minnesota Twins take on the Boston Red Sox. That's at Fenway. And it will be Frank Viola going up against Roger Clemens. And tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch, the Philadelphia Phillies will meet up with the San Diego Padres. We go back to the National League for a couple of games. Dave Schmidt will pitch. He'll go up against Jim Rice here in the bottom of the seventh. Pitch on the way. That's an in-play 45, and it will be a line drive at right to second base, but Hara makes the catch, out number one. Rice hits it hard, but right at Hara. Here's the man of the hour. It would be Tony Armas. Armas is 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single. He's having a great night. He has 2 of the 4 Red Sox RBIs. Pitch to Armas. That's an in-play 71, though, not this time. Ground out to second. Out number 2. And here's Mike Easler. Schmidt pitching to Easler. And that's also an in-play 49, and that's just a ground ball right back to Schmidt. Tosses it over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the BOS Sox. First time they've been sent down in order since that's the first time they've ever been sent down in order in this game. At the end of 7, it's still 4-1 Red Sox. Top of the 8th coming up. Buddy Bell leads off here. Crawford's going to stay out there. Righty on righty. He's a long reliever, so he definitely has the ability to do so. Boston has their closer getting ready. And of course that was Bob Stanley that year. Crawford's pitch to Bell. And that's a tough 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Bell will head back to the bench. That's out number 1. Here's Parrish. Red Sox originally won this game 6-0. 20 hits combined between the two teams. And we've got 7, 9, 10... 15, 16, about 16 hits. So far the game is pretty much following the actual play. Crawford will pitch to Parrish. And that's an in-play 16. That will be a hit. Parrish laces that one into center. He'll hold it first. Parrish gets his second hit of the game. Batter now is Ward. Crawford looks over at Parrish, and here's the pitch to Ward. And that is a tough 81, and it's a fly ball center field. McDowell, that will be caught by Armas. That's out number 2. Next up is Cliff Johnson. May see a pinch hitter here, and I think we will. See if I can make a pinch hitting change here. Got a right-handed batter on the mound. Does it really matter? Does it really matter here to make a change? This is the 8th inning. I have to go by at bats. It doesn't really make a difference. No, it doesn't. Cliff Johnson will hit. Johnson will bat. No need to make a change. 2 outs. Pitch from Crawford. And that's an in-play 46. And it's a line drive at right to second base, but the catch is made by Barrett, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Rangers. The Red Sox have a 4-1 lead as they'll try to get some insurance in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming up for Texas. The Red Sox have two rights and a left coming up, so we'll probably see a right-hander here. See what the Rangers want to bring out. And they're going to bring in their closer, and that'll be Greg Harris. His job, very simple, keep it a 4-1 game. Greg Harris, 5 wins, 4 losses, 2.47 ERA. Marty Barrett leads off for Boston here in the bottom of the 8th. Barrett is 1 for 3. Pitch from Harris. Tough, 42. Pop out to short. Easily picked up there by Tollison. That's out number 1. Barrett pops out. The batter will be Rich Gedman. Gedman 0 for 3. He struck out twice and flew out. Pitch from Harris. That's a patient 0-2. That's a walk. Gedman will trot down to first. He gets on base for the first time tonight. And now Glenn Hoffman comes up. He will bat. He batted .265 against rights. It's good enough for me. Harris on the mound. Pitch to Hoffman. And that is a ballpark 80. That's going to be in play. In play 56. In play 56. He struck him out. 56 is a supplemental strikeout for Greg Harris. And when you go, it would normally be a ground out, but with a 56, that's a strikeout. So Harris actually strikes out Hoffman. Struck him out, 2 down. Next batter is Wade Boggs. Boggs is 0 for 4, is yet to get a hit in this game. 2 outs. Pitch from Harris. And that's going to be a rare play. It's a tough, but it's a rare play. Red die first. 45. 45 on the rare play chart. Batter drives ball off ankle of pitcher and caroms to first. First baseman with A or B range makes the out. Otherwise, credit batter with a single. All runners advance 1 base. So the ball hits off the pitcher and goes to first. The first baseman is O'Brien. His range is a C. He won't make the play. That's going to be a base hit. So Wade Boggs gets his first hit of the game finally, but he had to use the pitcher in order to do it as he smacked it off Harris's ankle. But a hit is a hit, and we got runners at first and second. And here's Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans is 2 for 3, 2 singles, a walk, and he struck out. Red Sox looking for some insurance. Harris trying to keep it 4-1. Here's the pitch. It's a tough 80, and that will be a fly ball center field. And that'll get caught by McDowell, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. Finally might have a game here where it's just a regular ball game. At the end of 8, it's 4-1. But of course, now that I've said that, will we see some 9th inning magic? As of course, Salvador America does not want me to say that. Top of the 9th inning. Crawford is going to come out. And the Red Sox will go with their closer, Bob Stanley. 6-6, 2.87 ERA, 10 saves. Bob Stanley will come out there and try to shut the door. 4-1, we're in the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Rangers, Pete O'Brien. O'Brien having a good night, he's 2 for 3. Bob Stanley, the closer. Here's the pitch. And that is an in-play 64. That will be a fly ball left field. put away there by Jimmy Rice, out number 1. Next batter is Don Slaught. He will hit. He batted .277 against Wright. Slaught will hit. Stanley pitching to Slaught. And that is a tough 44. It will be a popped up behind the plate. Gedman will make the catch. Out number 2. Last chance for the Rangers, Wayne Tollison. He will hit against Stanley. He batted .335 against Wrights. Fans here at Fenway Park on their feet. 2 men down. Bob Stanley trying to close it for the BOS Sox. Tollison trying to keep the Rangers alive. Pitch on the way. Tough 86. Ground ball to shortstop. Ball is picked up by Hoffman. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Red Sox beat the Rangers 4-1. Unbelievable, actually, a 1-2-3 inning, and the Red Sox take this win 4-1 over Texas. Stay tuned for a 10-minute ticker as soon as I give you the line score. For the Boston Red Sox, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. For the Rangers, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. Bruce Keeson gets the win. Frank Tanana the loss. There is no save, although Crawford did get credit for a hold. And that takes care of it here from Fenway Park, 4-1 Boston. Timeout, and get ready for 10-minute ticker. From now on, I'm only going to draw 1 card instead of drawing 2. It just makes it a little bit easier. And if it's a tie score on the dice roll, I'll just draw 1 more to get the extra one. It's a lot faster. So today's date is June 1st. Of course, the Red Sox get that win today, 4-1. Let's see how the rest goes today. Oakland at Baltimore. That's a 5. It's a win for the Athletics. That's 8-8. We add 3. It'll be 11-8 for the A's. They beat Boston. Kansas City at Chicago White Sox. 5, win for the Royals and win that game 9-0. California at Detroit. 9, a win for the Tigers. They win that game 6-4. Milwaukee at Minnesota. 12, a win for the Brewers. 6-3 over the Twins. Seattle at New York Yankees. That's a 9, a win for the Yankees, 7-1. Cleveland at Toronto. It's a 3, it's a win for the Indians. They get a rare win. 1 + 1 + 3 = 4. It's a 4-1 win for the Indians. Just 1 card. Chicago White Sox make that Chicago Cubs. I got Chicago White Sox. Chicago Cubs at Houston. That's a 4. It's a win for the Cubbies. 4-0 on the Astros. Montreal at Los Angeles. 7, a win for the Dodgers. 7-6. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. 7, a win for the Braves. 9-1 over the Pirates. New York Mets at San Diego. It's a 7. My Mets win. Yay! They win 5-2 over the Padres. Philadelphia at San Francisco. It's a 5. It's a win for the Phillies. 5-1 on the Giants. Philadelphia continues to play well. Cincinnati at St. Louis. It's a 10. It's a win for the Cardinals. 7-5. And that takes care of day 1. Now we go to day 2. June 2nd. Let's see how this day goes. Oakland at Baltimore. That's a 12. It's a win for the A's. 8-0. Texas at Boston. And I know Salvador America can't wait for me to draw the card. And it is a 6. It's a win for the Red Sox. 7-5. Kansas City at Chicago White Sox, which means Boston's now back to 500. That's a 5. That's a win for the Royals. 5-3 on the White Sox. California at Detroit. That's a 10. That's a win for the Angels. 4-0 on the Tigers. Milwaukee at Minnesota. It's a 7. That's a win for the Twins. 9-0. Seattle at New York Yankees. It's a 7. That's a win for the Yankees. 7-5. Cleveland at Toronto. That's a 12. That's a win for the Blue Jays. 8-0. Chicago Cubs at Houston. That's an 11. That's a win for the Astros. 7-0. So I know Steeler fan will be happy about that. Montreal takes on the Dodgers. That's a 9. The Dodgers get that win. 5-3. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. 5. A win for the Braves. 8-2. New York Mets at San Diego. I need a 2 to a 7. It's a 10. Padres win that game 3-0. Philadelphia at San Francisco. That's a 7. It's a win for the Phillies. 5-4. Cincinnati at St. Louis. That's a 6. That's a win for the Reds. They beat the Cardinals 5-0. Finally, Cleveland at Toronto. That's a 6. That was a double header they had to make up. And Cleveland wins that. That's a win for the Blue Jays, 9-5. As they had a double header to play. It was a makeup game. And that does it for your 10-minute ticker. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Salvador America, Tim Pepper, Bob B, Pete Stevens, Steeler Fan 1933. Thank you all for joining me tonight. It was another exciting night of payoff pitch action. Once again, tomorrow we have Inside Pitch, the 1985 one and gone. The Twins take on the Red Sox, and tomorrow night's payoff pitch game, the Philadelphia Phillies meeting the San Diego Padres. That should be actually a pretty good National League matchup. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart and strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Final score here, Red Sox knock out the Rangers 4-1. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.